Imagine a ship found drifting in the vast, empty ocean, completely abandoned. The sails are set, the cargo is intact, but there's no trace of its crew. Not a single soul. What happened to them? This isn't the plot of a horror movie. This is the true story of the Mary Celeste, one of history's most perplexing and enduring maritime mysteries. Let's turn back the clock. It's November 7th, 1872. The American merchant brigantine, the Mary Celeste, gracefully departs from New York Harbor. Its destination, Genoa, Italy. Aboard are 10 souls, a skilled and respected captain, Benjamin Briggs, his wife Sarah, their 2-year-old daughter Sophia, and a crew of 7 experienced seamen. They were carrying a cargo of over 1,700 barrels of crude alcohol, a valuable shipment destined for fortifying Italian wines. The journey started under fair skies, with every expectation of a routine transatlantic crossing. Captain Briggs was known for his competence, and the ship itself was sturdy and reliable. There was no reason to suspect that this ordinary voyage would soon sail into the annals of the unexplained, becoming a legend, whispered by sailors for generations to come. The last entry in the ship's log was dated November 25th, noting their position near the Azores Islands. After that, silence. Fast forward to December 4th, 1872. The crew of a British vessel, the Dei Gratia, spotted a ship drifting erratically about 400 miles east of the Azores. As they drew closer, they recognized it as the Mary Celeste. They hailed it repeatedly, but received no answer. A boarding party was sent to investigate. What they found was utterly baffling. The ship was deserted, but in remarkably good condition. It was wet, with a fair amount of water in the hold, but it was still perfectly seaworthy. The cargo of alcohol was almost entirely undisturbed, ruling out the most obvious theory of piracy. The crew's personal belongings, including money and valuables, were left untouched in their quarters. A meal appeared to have been prepared, left unfinished. The ship's single lifeboat was missing, which suggested the crew had abandoned ship. But why? There were no signs of a struggle, no violence, no fire. It was as if the captain, his family, and the entire crew had simply vanished into thin air, leaving behind a perfectly sound vessel to sail on without them. The scene was an impossible puzzle, a silent, floating enigma. So, what could have happened? Over the last 150 years, theories have ranged from the logical to the truly outlandish. Could it have been pirates? Highly unlikely. For the valuable cargo was still there, as were the crew's personal effects. A mutiny. Captain Briggs had a reputation as a fair and competent leader, and there was absolutely no evidence of violence on board. What about a natural disaster, like a sudden storm or a rogue wave? While possible, the ship wasn't severely damaged, and its last log entry reported calm weather. Another compelling theory involves the cargo itself. 1,700 barrels of industrial alcohol were volatile. Perhaps some barrels leaked, creating a buildup of explosive fumes. Fearing an imminent explosion, Captain Briggs might have ordered everyone into the lifeboat. Intending to trail the ship from a safe distance until the danger passed, a sudden squall or a snapped tolling could have then separated them from the Mary Celeste forever, leaving them adrift in the vast Atlantic. No. Of course, there are the more imaginative theorisy monsters. Intervention from another dimension, or even alien abduction. While these ideas capture the imagination, they remain firmly in the realm of speculation, with no evidence to support them. The discovery of the empty Mary Celeste was only the beginning of the story. The ship was sailed to Gibraltar, where a formal inquiry was held. The investigators were just as baffled as the crew of the Dei Gratia. They scoured the ship for clues but found nothing conclusive. Despite extensive searches, not a single trace of Captain Briggs, his family, or the crew was ever found. No bodies, no wreckage from the lifeboat, nothing. They were simply gone. The mystery of the Mary Celeste captured the public's imagination and became a global sensation. Newspapers ran wild with sensational stories, and the tale inspired countless books, poems, and films, including a short story by a young Arthur Conan Doyle that added fictionalized, lurid details that further cemented the ship's ghostly legend. For over a century and a half, maritime experts, historians, and amateur sleuths have debated the fate of the crew, but the case remains officially unsolved. The ship itself, sometimes considered cursed, continued to sail under different owners for another 12 years before it was intentionally wrecked off the coast of Haiti in an insurance fraud scheme. A sad end for a vessel at the heart of such an incredible story. But why? After all this time, are we still so fascinated by this ghost ship? The story of the Mary Celeste taps into some of our deepest fears and most powerful curiosities. It represents the ultimate unknown. It's a real-life mystery that defies easy explanation. In a world where we strive to understand everything, to find logical reasons for every event, the Mary Celeste stands as a stark reminder that some things might forever remain beyond our grasp. Unsolved mysteries challenge our perception of reality and ignite our imagination. They invite us to become detectives, to weigh the evidence and to wonder, what if? The image of that empty ship, sailing silently on a lonely sea, is powerful. Attacker. It symbolizes the fragility of human life against the immense and often unforgiving power of nature, and the chilling possibility that sometimes people can just disappear without a trace. The Mary Celeste sails on in our collective consciousness, a ghost ship on an endless voyage through history. It reminds us that no matter how much we explore and explain, the world still holds its secrets. Some questions may never have answers. Pats. It's the not knowing that makes the story so timeless. It keeps us guessing, it keeps us talking, and most of all, it keeps us wondering. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. What do you think happened to the crew of the Mary Celeste? Let me know your theories in the comments below. And if you enjoy diving into strange and mysterious stories like this one, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more. We'll see you next time.